Hello, what's up YouTube photographer Ronnie Sweater. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you an easy way of how you can easily copy skin tones from one image and paste it on another image. For instance, if at all you have seen an image and you love the skin tones or even the color grading from that image, you can copy and paste that color grading to your photos using Photoshop, and this is the tutorial that I'm going to be showing you today. So if at all this is what I've always looked up to, I request that you hit the like button on this video because it's going to help YouTube push and recommend this video to many people out there. So just hit the like button on this video. So as you can see, we are in Photoshop and I'm using Photoshop 2020, and you can see this is the image that we want to copy and paste the color grading onto. So you can see this is the reference image from which we're going to be copying the color grading, and we're going to paste it on this image, which is going to be our target, and paste it to look like this very image so that the two images can look alike. So I'm just going to come and delete these two adjustment layers. So the very first thing that you are going to do, you are simply going to first of all drag the image from which you are going to be copying the color grading from. So I'm just going to come here and just drag in our image that we want to basically copy the color grading. So I'm just going to come and drag the sides and resize it and click and drag it and put it so that you can still see both images, and simply hit enter to place the image. So that image is going to be placed onto the image that we want to be color grading. And the next thing that we're going to be doing is simply going to come to the adjustments, and before you come to the adjustments, simply select the background layer. So just want to create an adjustment layer between the background layer and the original image that we want to color grade. So just going to make sure that we paste the adjustment layer, or create a layer between the image from which we're going to be copying the color grading from and the image that we want to color grade. So simply come, select the image or the layer down, and come down right here and select the curves adjustment layer. So when you come to the curves adjustment layer, you're simply going to come. So this is the curves adjustment layer, and as you can see, the curves adjustment layer has 3 eyedropper tools, and it is these tools that we're going to be using to sample or copy the color grading from this image. Then before you copy the color grading from this very image, you are simply going to come and make sure that you have selected the curves icon and not the layer mask. So make sure the curves icon or the adjustment icon is selected and not the white layer mask. So with this selected, we're simply going to come to the eyedropper tools right here and select the eyedropper tool. So when you select it, make sure the sample size is 5 by 5 average. The reason for this is because as we are sampling colors, we want the eyedropper tool to be accurate and spot on. So after doing this, simply double click on this eyedropper tool. So the first eyedropper tool is for the brightest point, the midtones, and the black points or the shadows. So we're going to first of all double click on the one for the brightest point. So double click on that eyedropper tool. So I'm just going to double click, and as soon as you double click, it is going to open up the color picker tool, and we're going to be using the color picker tool to sample the brightest color in the image from which we want to copy the color grading. So just going to come right here and simply click on the brightest color, which is, I think, the nose highlight right there, and we're going to simply click OK. So it is going to open up this pop-up window which says save the new target colors as defaults, and we're simply going to press or click on no because we don't want to save it as a default. So also on the image that we want color grade, we're simply going to simply left click on the brightest point of the image that we want color grade. So this is the brightest point, and you can see it is getting closer to what we want. Then we're going to be doing the same for the midtones or the mid-tone color. So double click on this color picker tool, and you zoom in into the image and simply look for the area that has a mid color, which is around the cheek area, and you're going to simply click OK and simply click no, and you're going to click or left click on the area that we feel should be having midtones in this image. So as soon as we click on the midtone color, you can see the images are now having the same color. So if at all the colors are not matching, you can go ahead and proceed with sampling from the darkest color. But for my case, these images are really matching and the colors are looking exactly the same. So after you have done this, you can see that these two images look the same and they look similar. This is the before and after, and you can see having actually the same skin tone color. So after doing this, you can come and simply delete the image from which you are copying the color grading from. And sometimes after doing the color grading or pasting the colors onto this image, it may also affect the background. So what is left is simply masking or painting over only a skin area, if at all you want to maintain or keep the originality in the background or even the accessories. So what we're going to be doing is simply going to select the white layer mask and simply press Ctrl I, or you can use Command I if at all you're using Mac. Then simply come and get the brush tool and make sure it is the normal brush tool, and make sure the hardness is set to 0 and it is a soft round brush. Opacity and the flat 100%. So I said it is the brush tool. I'm just going to deselect this. So like I said, brush tool, opacity and the flat 100%, and with the white as the foreground color, make sure you have black and white on these two color swatches. So basically with white as the foreground color, you want to reveal the color grading what that was hidden behind this black mask. So just come and just paint over only the skin, and in this way you're only going to be color grading the skin of the model, and the skin tones are going to be looking very nice at the end of this process. So just paint on only the skin, and you can take your time while doing all this. And you can see right now it has only and only affected the skin, and the background is not affected at all. So this is how to copy and paste colors from an image and paste them onto another image using Photoshop. And if at all you have learned a thing or two from this video, I request that you hit the like button on this video, because it's going to help YouTube push and recommend this video to many people out there. Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching, and see you in yet more amazing tutorials. And don't forget to keep practicing and also keep creating.